Short was originally going to be about a video of the strike and the current confirmed number of missiles that hit the school or were within 50 feet of the school, around that much. The confirmed number is three missile strikes. It was first a strike, then it was a double tap, and the double tap was later at the time during where parents were going to pick up their children, and the third one was later. I don't know the sequence of it because in the video you see it, but it does not strike directly towards the school. It actually seems to strike a different part of the clinic that is right next to it. But we do know that there is multiple craters in the situation. So I'm not sure exactly how many missile strikes were in, but it was a double tap. Double tap normally when you strike a situation and then you wait for people to come to rescue it and then you shoot again to kill the rescuers. So that did happen. Yeah, here's this. God's chosen people don't kill children. God's enemies do. You do realize that Iran claimed fault, right? A missile they shot misfired. Posting information is really low and it makes you look dumb. Thank you, Mila Joy, for describing yourself. First of all, that claim came from a telegram from Iran monarchist opposition and Israeli telegrams. They don't make, and it's a triple tap. It's a confirmed triple tap. So there was no accident. And in the video, you can see, there it is. There's a telegram. That was an Israeli Iranian monarchist opposition. And, Neil Burke, she's is that the Star of David? That almost looks like a Star of David. You guess what I'm trying to say? These people are part of diaspora. There we go. Frankly, I don't trust people who unquestionably embrace any narrative that puts America in the worst possible light. I hate fucking centrists, bro. Why do people? How are people able to vote but not be into policy? I just don't understand this. At what point in recent history has America not been doing this? It could be like, if you accuse someone who's, very preppy, very like, pompous, never hurts anybody, and then you frame it like that, you get it because it's out of character. But to America to do this or Israel to do this, it's not out of character at all. And I just checked out the location of the strike. The location of the strike was to the east. Yeah, it was to the east of the Strait of Hormuz, and that's where one of the this is where the American Navy was during that time. And during I think Pete Hegseth's little map of strikes, it was circled that location. Its general vicinity because the map it's zoomed out. The circle is bigger than where it was struck. Where it was struck. So it was a target, and as I said, it was triple tapped. But it was the Iranians again. This is more misinformation from people. These people were saying, "Oh, I can't believe you unquestionably embrace narrative that puts America in the worst possible light." You're doing that, but to Iran, you unquestionably embrace the most negative possible light of Iran. And this doesn't have to do with Well, for you it is biased, but the solution would be media literacy. You know, you're using AI photo. You know, there's not really that much brains to work with to begin with. You may be bottlenecked in that division. The Islamic regime killed them, you imbecile. You know, look at all these people. These people haven't deleted it. These people haven't deleted their tweets. This is an old tweet, by the way. This is March 2. I did it because I had the tweet, one of the tweets saved. Um, and this was in the comment section. This tweet was in the comment section. It was reposted, I guess. It was quoted. Imagine bearing false witness constantly after immediately converting to false witness. You are false witness. Why we make it difficult to. What the fuck is he saying? What? What the fuck is this shit? Okay, somebody explain this shit. Is he saying Jews? He wants to make it harder for people to be Jews? That's what he's saying? Okay, this truth teller. So now you're buying lies and claiming Trump is killing children. All of these people are so stupid. He's been killing children since the first term. Why would anything change? Trump pardons 23 pro-life activists wrongfully executed and some imprisoned by Biden. Watch. These people are propagandists or they're idiots. You know, and the simple truth, it could be that they're just very low IQ. You know, for these people, only minorities can be low IQ. No. The average of white people is 100 IQ. That means half of all white people are below that. I think all of those who criticize him for not being pro-life. Is this the same person? Carrie Prejean Bowler for not being pro. Oh, I'm an apology right now. He's the most pro-life. Roe is that and pro-life act. Oh, so this person that commented this is originally a right-wing adjacent character. That's very interesting. And they're all pouncing on her like piranhas. Fucking cult. Iran killed the children, another lie. Your deception has been disproven by videos. No, that's also a lie. Baron, you know, all of these people haven't deleted their tweets. They're bearing false witness. They're the ones that being, you know, non-Christian right now. They bombed the hospital and killed those inside their wars to liberate Iran. Okay, I should stop reading. Okay, this is a good vote. There you go. He gets community noted because I don't want to, you know, scroll down and see blood and guts. No, I don't want to do that. You know, but it's so interesting that these people are so blind, so stupid, so media illiterate, low IQ, slow, dumb, can't read, don't understand rhetoric versus logic. They think rhetoric is logic. These people are just very gullible, very dumb. It's unbelievable these people get involved. As I say, if I become like in a political position, I'm doing literacy tests. You're not allowed to have vote if you can't read, or if you can't read like 6 paragraphs and understand those 6 paragraphs. You're not allowed to read, bro. You're not allowed to vote. No, not in my country. It's gonna be a complete democracy, but there's gonna be limits on how dumb you can be. You know,